Oh my goodness. A lot of little things going on. Um, I had a problem with that board that burned out, and what I found was I had a problem. This is my very earliest generation trucks. I had a short in one of the trucks, so that was causing the board to overheat and burn out. I fixed that. I got everything working. The fan was noisy, and I couldn't figure out why. And I come to find out the fan blade was 6.9 millimeters thick and tall, and the factory blade I needed was 5.6. Thank God I had one left, so I changed the fan blade. So now I have this quiet fan motor blowing, the heater's working. The packing somehow got up and was blocking the opening for the air, so I had to rearrange the packing and figure that out so that it would stay down when I put it back together. So I got the packing down. I changed the wiring for the LEDs, so that's now working. So there are lights inside. I'll come up with an idea of how to display that light shortly. But in the routing of the tube, just boy, the simplest thing you would think, and my God, it was really a science project. It was. I ended up making in the car business we call a log manifold, and I can show you right here. I can show you a picture of it. If this is the piece, right? But mine was, I made it a little shorter so it didn't come out as much, and it needed to go over here. So I thought, well, I'll just hook some tube up and run it over here, but it would kink. It couldn't get there from here. So what I ended up doing was putting in a real stubby piece here, and then I glue a piece of rubber hose on the inside where that tube needed to go. I put a short piece of brass tubing here and a short piece of brass tubing here. Then I found some plastic tubing, and I created what we call a log manifold. It's just a plastic tubing. I burned a hole in it here. I burned a hole in it here. I super glue this piece on, super glue the brass piece here on, and I super glued the rubber piece to the underside of the tender where the hole is, so that the smoke would come up and it would go like this and would come out. And then I assembled it, and then once it got in, so I had the rubber tube glued in up on top like that, and then I had this tube down here and all. So then once it got in place, I lined it up and I put another little short piece of tubing here for the outlet. So that's how this is done. And then this piece goes over here, and then there's a hole in the side, and then it goes into the smoke housing thing. So smoke comes in and goes like that. Okay. And that's what you're seeing right here. That's what I call the log manifold. I don't know if there's a better angle. Maybe this is a better angle. But the smoke is really nice and lazy. It's just coming out, just like if you had a coal stove or something like that in there, nothing fancy. And it's just lazy coming out. Now, you might be able to see up inside there is a light. You can see that light up in there. And there's some lights up inside. There, you can see the one on the left side a little bit. You can't see the one over here too much. And what I intend to do is to put some opaque plastic in the window, and then I'm going to make a shape inside. So there's a shadow, then the shadow looks like a potbelly stove or something. You know how in the cars we'd have somebody reading somebody there, and you'd have a shadow of a guy in the window, and he's reading a paper, and another kid is looking out the window, and you can see the shadow of their shape. That's kind of what I think I'm going to do over here, but not going to do that tonight. It's already 25 after. And I got four more motors to build. I'm going to build some and test those, and they'll probably ship those out tested. So this is done. I've got the third unit printed and ready to go into the hot box. Oh, and I have the LEDs right here. Oh, those are the magnets for the new motors. Gotcha, coming. I got the LEDs for the fire. Looks like fire. And I'm going to hang those in the bottom of the firebox, where the firebox is. Hang those down in the bottom and have them flash like fire and smoke. I'm going to have to put a switch. I guess it's going to have to be under the engine. I don't know how else to do that. I will do a remote eventually, but I'm not there yet. Or you can have a button, you push it and it goes off and on. But right now I think it's just going to be a switch, and I'll work on that. So you can flick it on and then have it go around, and then smoke comes out and a fire, and I could put a soundboard in there. That would be kind of fun, you know. Hey, Cap, we got fire. Oh, yeah. All right, fine. So anyway, I feel really good about the smoke. I've got the mechanics and the electronics and the heater and all of that stuff working. The as you can see, the carbon fiber PETG is absolutely indestructible. It's very strong, and it'll just sit there and crank out smoke. Right up. This is using track power, by the way. This is coming off of that transformer. So I have AC coming in. We go through a rectifier, and then we go to the buckboard, and then we come out and we run the heater and the fan blade of a smart smoke system, but it's sort of a dumb smoke system in this case because it's limited. I turned my light off so you can see the smoke better. I put my light on and you can see the car. So I'm feeling really good about that. It looks perfect to me. I think it just looks really nice. I can shine that up, touch up that paint down there, probably paint it flat black so it looks like caulk or something. And I think that's fine. I did have the other tip that we talked about, but people didn't seem to be too excited about whether I needed to do that or not. So I figured, well, we could just go without, do something else, or I'd cut it down so it fits a little more snug and all. But I can still print them and give them to you if you want. Let me know. So I'm going to send the file and everything I have out to Dan and get him set up so he can take care of the orders that we have and get it out. So I think it'd be great. Caboose, station, and hot box. All right, gang, that's it. I'm fried. Gotta go. Gotta build some engines. That'll be neat. I love building motors. Oh yeah, and testing them. Yeah. Later.